Oh my God, we made it! Parque del Lago. After completely going the wrong direction. Now, can we find Manuel? Oh my God, we finally done it. I've been keeping my phone and my camera safe, but I have been warned. Be very careful around here. We are Parque El Nuevo, here in Colombia, Bogota, and we're just off to see Manuel now. Fingers crossed, my guide and translator. I can avoid being mugged in the next 200 meters. Finally, I found Manuel! Hooray!
Hi everyone.
So we're nearly at Simon Bolivar Park, and here we have a brand new and very, very pretty looking library. The Biblioteca Pública Virgilio Barco.
That's perfect.
Yeah, still my accent is okay, you think, yeah?
No, it's perfect.
I'm not convinced, but yeah, by the end of the week we'll see. This really does look like a tropical paradise. I tell you what, if more libraries had gardens like this, I think more people would be reading books. Awesome, we finally made it, Simon Bolivar Park. Finally going to meet a hero, the man who actually liberated most of South America. If you have the energy.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm fine.
I have the energy for about another hour, and then I'm going to start crawling along the floor and wishing I didn't come. So look, we found Simon Bolivar. Manuel actually informed me that there was no Simon Bolivar statue in the Simon Bolivar Park.
No.
How wrong you were. Here we go, who's that pretty boy over there? Come on Simon, let's have a look. So we've got a lovely modern cross there as well, and he does look swish. A regular bronzed Adonis. So Simon Bolivar, as I understand, he went and literally emancipated the entirety of South America from the Spanish. And as such, he has become probably the single biggest popular hero, I think, in the entire Americas. Would that be fair to say? Wow. I'll tell you what though, he could use some cream for that skin.
So, Simon Bolivar emancipated Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, and Venezuela, y Panama. But, no, I'm wrong. Peru, Chile, y that like South South America was emancipated from San Martin. So those two are like the fathers of independence. You're right, you have to be cautious. You have to be cautious at all time of like everyone, you don't know anyone.
But here's the thing, right? My friends, they all said, oh, right, you haven't been to Colombia for paragliding. I said, isn't it a bit dangerous then? They go, oh no, the people are lovely, the people are great.
Yeah.
And I go, well, did you get mugged? And they go, yeah. And then I said the same thing to somebody else, and then at the end, did you get mugged? Yeah. And then the next person, did you get mugged? Yeah. And I think it's great, it's fantastic, you know, but everybody that I've spoken to has got mugged, so I'm going to be super careful. Really awesome tables. They're very nice art, actually. We have jaguars there. Oh, I don't know what that bird is. That looks like some kind of crazy piranha down there for sure. Ah, some kind of big heron or something. What else do we have? We have whales. Wow. And what is there finally? Ah, we have sea creatures as well. See, these are lovely. Oh my God. I've read recently that there have been like some big riots or something happening in Cali.
Oh, like in the whole country.
Ah, is it the whole country? Something about tax reform. Everybody's getting a little angry now, so...
Like the last couple of years have been tough. There have been like some big reforms, big riots, but let's hope everything goes well.
I still can't believe we're at 2,600 meters here. I thought I'd be crawling along, not able to breathe or something like this, but... Interesting tip I just got from Manuel. We're in our first Uber of the day, and apparently if you get an Uber in Bogota, you want to sit in the front so it doesn't look like an Uber. Like in South Africa, they had some problems where the taxi drivers really don't like the Uber guys, and if they spot an Uber going around, you might bring a little bit of violent trouble on yourself. So that's another good survival tip. In future, I'll be sitting in the front. Colombia's biggest stadium. This is where all the cool events are happening. And there we have even more traffic. Apparently the traffic used to be crazy, but they've just put a new measure in so that if your number plate is ending on a certain letter, the car's got to stay at home, and everything's moving now apparently. But a few weeks ago it was real gridlock, which I can't even imagine. We're in the region Chapinero. Now this region is famous for one thing. We're going to go and check out a restaurant that unfortunately closed its doors about 2 weeks ago, and it was the site some time back of the famous Pozetto Massacre. Chapinero district of Colombia, Bogota, and wow, I've never seen a chapel like this. This is called Lourdes, I guess like the one in France, and it does look absolutely spectacular. So what is this thing that you were just telling me about? Pan de bono. Pan de bono.
Pan de bono. And the best in the city is pretty close.
You say it's a bread made from potatoes.
It's not potatoes, it's made like...
Definitely up for it, man. I'm getting right into the culture here.
Instead of yuca.
Pan de bono.
Exactly, yeah, you just like that.
I'm about to eat some pan de bono. This is going to be interesting. Apparently it's made from yam. And I was told that traditionally it's made from poison. Thankfully, I don't think they're trying to poison me now. Have I got the wrong one? This isn't poison anymore.
Yeah, this is pan de yuca. Yeah, that's made from yuca.
Pan de yuca. Ah, okay. Pan de yuca. I'm not having pan de yuca. This is the one with the poison?
Yeah, supposedly. I have to tell this story more in depth.
I'm sure it can't be actual poison. Maybe just poison the original people who first tried it. But that's definitely not going to be a good look for me.
I asked for various stuff so you can try different things.
Yeah, okay,
And
perfect.
then-
Just for my dedication to the cause, I am trying this. Now, I have to be honest, I think that's an acquired taste. Tell me what it's called again.
Bocadillo.
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 Yeah, like the sweeter in the center.
The sweet in the middle, yeah?
Yeah.
But that's
And
not
it's
the poisonous bit, no?
No. and it's made out of guayaba. Guayaba, it's like a fruit.
It's pretty tasty, but
I mean, yeah,
it's very different. I've never tried anything quite like that before.
Exactly, it's unique. It's unique.
Okay, look, that one was a bust. I had to go and stick that in the bin. It wasn't working for me. Just asked Manuel, what the hell is the BBVA? When I go and see the Skull and Crossbones, apparently it's a bank and this is some protest against them. We're hunting for the site of the Pozetto Massacre. It's not easy. It's actually turned into a really, really hot day. I just noticed we're passing the Four Seasons, one of the best hotels in the world. I didn't know they had one in Colombia. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to stay in one someday myself. So guess what? There's been an interesting development. You know, today we're looking for the place that alias Campo Delgado committed the Pozetto Massacre, killing an absolute stack of people not very long ago either. It was at the Pozetto restaurant, and we found the Pozetto restaurant. Unfortunately, the Pozetto restaurant closed its doors for the last time 2 weeks ago. But wait, newsflash. It turns out the Pozetto restaurant, as you might think, actually changed its location after the massacre. And even though this place is closed down, sorry for those guys, we now have the correct location of where the actual Pozetto massacre happened, and we're going there right now. So we're searching now for a bright red building. And this is the location that Campo Elias Delgado actually killed his mother before he went on to massacre everyone in the Pozetto restaurant. We know it's here somewhere. I have to say, they have some awesome graffiti around Bogota, and a lot of it has skulls.
So, one day he gets angry with his mother and kills her. After that, he goes south, come back, and burn her stuff with her body.
Oh wow.
So while the body is burning, he calls out like, oh, there's a fire in my apartment. And when the girls open the door, he shot them in the face. And he kills like 10 women there.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. On your nose.
Yeah, and then off to the restaurant, where I understand it, he'd
off
call
to the restaurant.
all the people in the corner, all the people individually, shoot them once in the head and move on to the next one.
I think he tried to make it like a robbery. He said like, okay, this is a robbery, everyone, okay, give me your wallet, something like that.
So they thought there's not going to be a big problem and maybe they can get away with it, yeah?
And then he started shooting everyone.
Yeah, because you know, if everybody at the same time said, okay, let's dive on this guy, they could have saved most of themselves, I think.
Something like that, so that's the story.
It's always good looking back saying what people should have done, but not so easy when somebody's there shooting you in the head, you know?
We finally found it. This is where on December the 6th, Delgado started his spree. He had an argument with his mother, stabbed her in the neck, burnt her remains, went and shouted fire throughout the house, and when anybody opened their door to help, he went and shot them in the head. After this, calm as you like, he went round his friends' houses, the Castros, talked a bit of gibberish for a while. They didn't really know what was going on with him, and then he left and went to the restaurants.
Oh my god, this is actually it. This is, you would not know to look at it. Hang on, let's check out this for the crazy graffiti. This is the site of the original Pozetto Massacre. There's no way we're getting in there to have a look around, unfortunately, but it's definitely seen better days. Restaurante Pozetto. Oh my god, they still have that there. Well, they've got the right graffiti for it. I've never seen a skull like that before, crown of thorns and all. That's amazing. Hang on, let's go and see if we can have a look inside. There's much to see these days, but
So on the 4th of December 1986, Delgado was here, eating his spaghetti. He ordered a bottle of red wine, a couple of cocktails, screwdrivers, if memory serves, and then decided to start shooting everybody in the forehead. He was rounding everybody up individually, and they thought it was a robbery. Turns out that wasn't the case. He said he wasn't going to kill any children, but unfortunately one 9-year-old did get caught in the crossfire, and 10 minutes later, after the first gunshots rang out, the police arrived. One of them managed to shoot him in the head, or possibly he killed himself. The story's a little bit vague there. Either way, pretty grotty stuff, and this day will go down in Colombia's history as definitely one of those days that lives in infamy.
I just found out from Manuel that Bogota has amongst the, well, it's one of the top 10 worst air pollution capitals in the world. And I'm not even being funny, I can literally taste the air. I woke up with a sore throat this morning, and it reminds me of the only other time I've had this, which was in Cairo in Egypt, which is even worse. I literally thought I was dying in the morning. So yeah, if you've got asthma, give it a miss. And I just actually found out that this is the university building in Bogota. And actually when Elias Campo Delgado came back from America before his killing spree, actually studied there, which just goes to show education doesn't always save you from madness. And actually this is the whole strip of university buildings that go down on one road. That's kind of really interesting. I was in a campus university, but normally they're kind of dotted around cities. To see them all lined up in a row, it's pretty cool. It's a big university as well. Lovely park at the end. Hey, so I know this is a national park, Manuel, but how come there are so many tents in there at the moment?
So there's some kind of indigenous protests right now, like not waiting. So they came months ago, and they have been staying there.
And have they got any plans on leaving? Are they getting what they want, or?
Not right now. So for now, they will stay there.
Yeah, for now they will stay there. Okay,
Now they will stay
it's a nice park. Why not? Apart from the horrible air, maybe the air is so bad here they will decide to go back to the jungle or something. Okay, this is now Colombia's new tallest building. Hard to believe but true. We've literally turned 90 degrees off the main street, and suddenly we're in a ghost town. There's nothing outside of that main street. It's really, really bizarre. But finally we're going to find an open bar and some food, because I've done 18,000 steps so far and I'm about to die. A mooing van selling milk and ice cream. You kidding me? We finally found a bar called La Mafia. I've been searching for a beer for about an hour and it looks like it's closed. Oh, but hang on, is that a bar over there? Oh, pizza and pastas. Oh, they are open. Okay, we've gone from perfect sunny skies to crazy hailstones in about 5 minutes flat. Wow, that's absolutely mental. The storm is over. It's a lot fresher.
Yeah.
And bizarrely, we found out that we're just about to get to the Silva Poetry House, one of Colombia's most famous poets. But his house is also supposed to be haunted. And this is absolutely right smack bang in the middle of the busiest part of Colombia, but apparently the town has grown around the house. So let's go and have a look. Finally entering Candelaria. It's amazing how in just one block the architecture changes completely. Okay, look, I've just heard the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, we're in Candelaria, the classic area of Bogota, and they've just renamed one of the roads, but the literal translation is Twerking Street. And that's a real thing from a real Colombia. No, I'm not joking here. I've just walked down hang on a second. Oh man, I can't believe I just did that. Oh, we really have a great shot of the Bogota mountains here. Fingers crossed we found the Silva house. Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Not so much. Yes it is, look. Casa de Posia Silva. Okay, how do we get in?
But it looks closed.
It does look closed. You've got to be kidding me. It looks very closed. Oh well, that isn't going to work. I have to go and find out what time it's meant to be open. Oh well, that didn't quite work out. The Silva Museum is closed. Hopefully I will check my schedule on Thursday and Friday and it will be open, because we need to do a test as to whether or not we feel emotionally drained, miserable and blue the moment we cross the threshold because of the artist who took his life in 1894. So the story goes. And do you know which indigenous people they
I don't know the name.
Ah, okay. I didn't know if it was one group or they had all come together to be in the Central Park.
Vecino, ¿usted sabe qué indígenas son los que están acá? ¿O de dónde? ¿De dónde viene? Cali. Ah, en Vera. Okay, so it's called en Vera. And it came from Cali, Valle del Cauca.
Ah, from Cali, yeah.
Where you're gonna be.
Oh, cool.
4 meses. And they have been here like 4 months. Like
4 months, wow.
4 months.
I would say, like, they must be producing a lot of feces, man. I don't know how to go and put this any nicer, you know.
I have no idea.
4 months in a park like this, I'm guessing they don't have, you know, much running water and stuff like this.
Exactly. It must be
Maybe the daily rainstorm is, you know, cleaning the camp out or something, I don't know.
It must be difficult.
Well, I wish them all the best with their,
their purposes.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know how many of them there are there in this camp? Or
I wouldn't know.
it still looks pretty busy.
Yeah, probably like 1,000.
Okay guys, you've got to check this out. I see a metal sculpture of a woman with metal underwear. Only in Colombia. There she is. And a blue hat.
Well, what a fantastic day that was. We met the guy who emancipated Colombia in a huge swathe of South America. Finally found Elias Campo Delgado's mother's house where he started his killing spree. We then checked out the remains of the actual Pozetto restaurant where the massacre happened. Had a bit of a bust with the haunted Silva Poetry House, but they can't all be winners, I guess. And I don't know what's going on with those 1,000+ indigenous Indians and their illegal encampment, but I can feel an adventure coming on there. Catch you next time.